What you're watching isn't science fiction. It's a routine event. A 14-story tall rocket booster falling from the edge of space, steering itself toward a tiny landing pad in the middle of the ocean. For 60 years, this was considered impossible, a fantasy. But for SpaceX, it's become so normal, they don't even broadcast every landing anymore. Because this single piece of hardware has done this, successfully, over 250 times. This isn't just a surprising fact, it's the key that unlocks everything else. To understand why that number matters, we have to look back. For the entire history of spaceflight, rockets were magnificent, single-use machines. Imagine building a brand new Boeing 747 for a single flight from New York to London, and then pushing it into the Atlantic Ocean. That was the business model. The cost was astronomical. Access to space was reserved for superpowers, for national prestige. The dream of a bustling future in space remained just that, a dream. Because every launch meant throwing away a masterpiece of engineering worth hundreds of millions of dollars. SpaceX didn't just build a better rocket, they broke the entire economic model. This reusability led to our second surprising fact: market dominance. In a single year, SpaceX conducted more orbital launches than every other country and company in the world combined. Think about that. Over half of all humanity's access to orbit came from one company, but the workhorse Falcon 9, as revolutionary as it is, was always just a stepping stone. Because they were building something else in Texas, something much, much bigger. This brings us to fact number 3, the Starship, the tallest and most powerful rocket ever built. It completely dwarfs the Saturn V that took humanity to the moon. Its purpose isn't just to launch bigger satellites. Its purpose is to carry people, 100 at a time. But to build a city in space, you need more than just a ride. You need infrastructure. And that leads to fact number 4, Starlink. SpaceX isn't just a rocket company. It's now one of the largest satellite operators in the world. Their constellation is beaming high-speed internet to over 5 million customers in over 100 countries, from war zones in Ukraine to remote villages in the Amazon. It's a global utility built on the back of reusable rockets. Reusable rockets. Global launch dominance. The most powerful vehicle in history, a planet-wide internet service. You might think these are the goals, the end products of a massively successful company, but they're not. They are all just tools. Every launch, every satellite, every dollar of revenue is being funneled into one single audacious objective. And this is the final, most important fact about SpaceX. Their long-term goal has never been about Earth orbit. It's about Mars. Not just flags and footprints. A city. A self-sustaining city of 1 million people. The target date for this city to be viable is 2050. This isn't a vague aspiration. It is the company's stated prime directive. The reason Starship is so large is to carry the building blocks of a new civilization. The reason Starlink exists is to provide funding and communication for that civilization. The reason Falcon 9 was made to land itself was to teach them how to land Starship on a planet with no runways. It's a plan of incredible scale, designed to answer a fundamental question. Can humanity become a multi-planetary species? Can the light of consciousness born on Earth expand into the solar system? SpaceX isn't just betting that the answer is yes. They are building the hardware to make it happen. So the next time you see a SpaceX launch, remember what you're really watching. It's not just a satellite going to orbit. It's not just a scientific mission. It's one more step in a multi-decade plan to build a second home for humanity. A story being written not in books, but in fire and steel across the sky. If you want to see more stories about the technology shaping our future, subscribe for our next documentary.